Good morning, everybody. I'm back online. We have arrived in England. We're in Portland. We are in the port of Portland, very close to Weymouth, England. And as you can see, we have blue skies. I got up this morning and it was just so foggy and cloudy and yucky, but we've got some blue skies, which is good. Last night when I went to bed about 11 o'clock, you talk about fog being thick like pea soup. The ship kept blowing its foghorn like every 5 minutes. But we've made it through that. It's breezy, but we're here. So I am at the back of the boat. I guess that's the aft. I don't know. I get very confused about these terms. And this area of England is called the Jurassic Coast. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, and it's very much a port. You can see the ships. That looks like an English, some sort of a Navy ship. All right, I moved up to a one level above where I was, and you can see there are sailboats, there's pleasure boats, there's sailing, and there is a lighthouse down here. You can still see it's cloudy, but there's a lighthouse. Our cruise director, or our travel, I can't remember what her title is. Anyway, she's the expert on our ports. She was saying there are 3 lighthouses here, so there we go. So stay tuned for Portland and Weymouth and my excursion this afternoon. And of course it's supposed to rain. We'll see. So I've been here a couple of times. I've filmed the Sea View pool area. But what's really cool about Hal is, like for breakfast, no matter where you go, they've got juice, they've got coffee, they've got silverware. It's such a great, I just love Holland American. It's such a great cruise line. All right, we are waiting in line to get the shuttle into Weymouth. All right, I want to point out my room. It's that one right there. Yay! And we're taking double-decker buses in. This will be an exciting day, morning in Weymouth, and then there's all kinds of people waiting. All right, we took the shuttle bus into Weymouth, and we are walking into the town. There's a little tour train here. Lovely little pub, I guess, the Red Lion. And we're gonna head down this street to the bridge. I love the posts. It's such a beautiful day. I'm just freaking excited that it's so pretty after Bermuda. Oh, these are so cool. And we are at the town. We are at I guess it's their little harbor. And it's just charming. As I always say, it doesn't matter what the weather is when you travel, but boy, is it nice when the sun shines. And there's the old Rose Inn. I'd come back to Weymouth. All right, continuing our walk along the harbor. Just really, really charming. And I think I want to stop and get some fish and chips. Okay. But I'm not very hungry, so we'll see if that works. Love this place.
My daughter is so good at that. She can get anything.
We are on the bridge overlooking the harbor. We're going into town. We're not going to stay long because I'm with my friend Debbie, and we have an excursion this afternoon, so we have to get back. But we thought we'd come in for an hour or so and walk around. So we are in the main shopping street of Weymouth. It is absolutely charming. I'm thinking I wanted fish and chips, but now I'm thinking maybe I want a pasty. So we'll see what I end up with. But it's just a cute, cute town. All right, we are in front of the Black Dog Pub.
In Dublin.
And licensed to sell all intoxicating liquor for consumption on or off premises. All right, so we have found the beach of Weymouth. It was at the end of the shopping street, and there are people. I don't think they've had a lot of warm, sunny days. It's probably 62 degrees. It's beautiful, and the whole town is out. And there is the Jurassic Coast with the white chalk cliffs. And we go down this way, and there is a little amusement place. This is so, so charming. We're walking along the promenade of Weymouth. We're down by the little carnival area, which Debbie told me she hates carnivals. So that's fair. That's fair. And then you've got this little, very Victorian looking shelter, which is pretty cool. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll see what we get into. We got to kind of head back in the direction of the bus. All right, so Debbie and I stopped for fish. She stopped for fish and chips. This is my hand. This is huge. And this is just called the Fish Place, traditional fish and chips. It's really charming, and right across the street is the little fair. Okay, we are going back to catch the bus back to the ship because we have a excursion, but the bridge is up to let this boat go through. So the sun has disappeared. There is forecast for rain this afternoon, but we've had a lovely morning in Weymouth, and we're heading back to the ship. Okay, we have made it to Corfe Castle. Let's see. Let me show you where the visitor center, and that is it up on the hill. It's another one of those rainy days. Not as bad as Bermuda, but yeah, rainy. And I think I said before, this is part of the Jurassic Coast, and evidently there are these huge ammonites. So that's my hand, so that's how big that is. And lots of other fossils. But our guide said you have to know where to look for them. So this is maybe a better view than from inside the visitor center. Well, we have left the visitor center and we are heading up to the castle. It's breezy, but it's not real cold, which is good. And we're heading up, hiking in the English countryside. I do have 2 sweatshirts on, a turtleneck, and a dollar store poncho. So I think I'm set. And then my friend Debbie suggested taking a towel from the bathroom, so I have a hand towel. All right, way off the distance is an English cow. The cow is coming out into the field. English wildlife spotting. And there is a beautiful stream down there. It really is gorgeous. You can hear the birds singing. And we are up close with the bridge. And there's the castle up on the hill. And umbrellas. And here are the keeps of the castle. And we have made it to the village. The Corfe Castle village. Oh, I love it. This is the town square. There's the sweet shop. This is great. There's the Greyhound pub that she talked about. She said this bakery has amazing stuff, the Corfe Castle Bakery. Wow. All kinds of great stuff. Lovely little village. All right, we are entering the castle grounds. And the walls are tilting. It's kind of slippy too. And then here is you are standing in one of England's most dramatic ruins. Whoa. Okay, this has got quite a history. All right, we're all walking up. We're walking into the castle. There's all the keeps. There's the town in back. There's Debbie and Dan. It's beautiful up here. The scenery is gorgeous, and she did say it was going to be a beautiful view. And then there's the slits that the archers used to shoot their arrows through. And then look at the thickness. I don't think you can see this. The thickness of the walls. Wow. And this is the Southwest Gatehouse. And there's a farmhouse down there with a thatched roof, which is so charming. Here we have a bit of wildlife. There's a crow. Caw, caw. You like the sound effects? Wow, and I am so sorry I did not bring my muffled microphone that my friend Steve got for me. You're probably just hearing the wind. And Steve, I know you're watching this. I'm really sorry I didn't bring it with me. I have it with me on the trip, I just didn't bring it with me here. Wow. Let's see the view from the window. I mean, you can see why they built this up here. Because you can see for miles. Sorry about that. It was real windy there. Okay, this is much better. It's still windy though, but you can see for miles around. And oh, there's a visitor center down there. So we walked up here. There's our speaker. All right, so we have made it up to the keep. It's extremely windy. When I walk beyond this wall, all you're going to hear is the wind. So I'm not going to narrate anything. Well, it's not as bad as I thought. That's and I'm walking all around. This is as far up as we can go. Oh, there's lights. This must be really pretty at night. And I see water over there. I'm not sure what that is. All right, so over here is Bournemouth. We're continuing on the Jurassic Coast. And then down here, the water I saw before is Poole Harbor. It's the second largest natural harbor in the world. That's what the one guide said, so I don't know. All right, Debbie and I have stopped in the Corfe Village tea room, and we are having cream tea. So it consists of a scone, clotted cream, strawberry jam, and of course, tea. And keeping in with this situation, we got Earl Grey. So we're going to enjoy this. Hey, this is the Corfe Castle tea room, and that's where we had our wonderful tea. And look what happened. The sky turned blue. So we're going to do another round of the square now that the sun's out. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous out. So we're in the National Trust shop, and oh my gosh, they have the most beautiful things. Like this jewelry is just gorgeous. Like, look at this. Oh my gosh. It's so incredibly pretty and tasteful and so very English. Like, just beautiful. And then they have all these wonderful, wonderful books. This is of particular interest to me. The Book of Scones. Wow. Okay, so Dan and I are going to the Greyhound Inn, and we're going to have a pint. And evidently, this is the most photographed pub in England. So who knew? Dwight and Chris, you have to come here. So we are in the Greyhound Tavern, and it's really cute. I got the Dorset Knob. I got a pint of that. It's their local brew. This is awesome. This is tonic water, and the little whirlpool changes colors depending on what flavor it is. And then there's Dan and Debbie, but cute little pub. And then cake with cream in it. All right, we are getting ready to leave, but we had a lovely little visit to the Greyhound Tavern. Oh, and they welcome dogs as long as they're well behaved. All right, so we are walking back to where we met, or where we got off the bus, and we're going down the main road instead of the charming way through the woods. But oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. All right, and there's the castle up there in the sunlight. Ugh. All right, and this is just adorable. This is so cool.
It's called the Osmington White Horse. It's not quite white, it's more the light brown one or grayish. But you can see it.
It's King George.
So it's around 100 meters high and 90 meters wide.
Wow.
And it's straight into the chalk hill. Needs cleaning from time to time.
And here's the breakwater for the harbor here. Again, it's still very harbory looking. I guess it's not really a very active port anymore. This morning I said it was, but our guide, a cruise ship stop here, but our guide was saying that a lot of the buildings leading towards where we're docked used to be bars, but when the shipping stopped, the bars closed. So anyway, back on my veranda, and I'll have my sign off in a minute. Well, I'm back on the ship. It's a little after 6. So I just wanted to sign off for the day. It